do you do with those old scratched up cutting pads? I found the perfect way to recycle mine. Hi everyone, I'm Eileen Hull, a licensed artist with Sizzix, and believe me, I do a lot of die cutting. So when I figured out this hack for die cutting a lot of small dies in one pass through the Big Shot, I couldn't wait to share that with you. You will need a scratched up cutting pad that you're not going to use anymore, some Sizzix sticky grid sheets, and some deli paper. Wait until you see how this works. Let's do it. So here is my scratched up cutting pad. It's usable, but I'm willing to sacrifice it for a greater cause. So that is our first item that we're going to need. The second thing is deli paper, or these patty paper squares that go in between hamburgers. I found this at the dollar store. So that's the second thing you're going to need. And the third thing is the sticky grid sheets. Now these, I was familiar with this because I used it in my stencil and stamp tool. I didn't know that they had this size, which fits on the standard cutting pad. That's a great size. And this one is a little one if you wanted to just do a couple dies, or if you wanted to use it with your Sidekick machine. So these are what we're going to be working with. I'm just going to grab one of my new dies. This is called Windowsill Vase and Flowers. And I'm going to use this as an example because there are a lot of like little stems and tiny flowers and parts that I want to cut and keep track of easily. Now I'm going to cut down a sheet. I don't have a lot of the other ones that fit the standard size. So if you just cut this in half, this will work great. There's even a line on here so you know where to cut. So I'm going to do that. So there are two sides to this paper. This one you can see does not have the grid, so I'm going to peel off the backing. And this is pretty sticky. And I'm going to save this. And I'm going to apply that to my cutting pad. Okay, smooth it down. And then you're going to peel this off. I save this too. Now the reason I do that is to protect this from lint and fuzz and dirt and any other things that might come on here, because once you get that on there, it starts to be less sticky. This is not going to last forever, but it does pretty well. Okay, so here is my little container of dies. I'm going to spread them out and see how I want to arrange them on my cutting pad. Okay, nothing's missing there. All right, now this one, this is a big one, so I'm going to put this one over here and line it up straight. In case I have something with text, I want them all kind of go in the right direction. Now, these here are flower stems, so I'm going to put these, so when I run them through the machine, I want them cutting from the thin side going down like that, because I get a better cut that way. So I'm going to press all of these because mostly I'm going to cut my flower stems out of green. Don't put them too close to each other or they kind of get, they don't cut as well, is what I found. All right, that, I don't know what color I would do. That's kind of a in the middle. These are all flowers here. So this is the vase. That can be any color, but I'm trying to think ahead so that when I go to cut this, if I want to make them all the same color, I will have them in the right place. So this looks pretty good. I have a little space in between them so that the rollers are not overworked, trying to cut a lot of stuff in a little bit of space. So here we go. This is how I'm going to lay this one out. So let's go ahead and cut it. When you're done with your arrangement here, I would just leave it on here and I would use that to cut all the time. So I'm not going to peel that off. But if you wanted to, you could. You would just lift this up, put your one backing on the underneath, and put this piece on top, and that will help to protect it and keep the area clean. Okay, now this is the secret sauce. These patty paper squares are amazing because what's going to happen is it's going to allow you to cut these small pieces and have everything come out without having to dig the paper out of your dies, which is a little difficult when you have them on here. You can always pick them up and individually poke them out, but when you use this deli paper trick, you're not going to have to do that. So let's run this through. Now I'm using a dark color so you'll be able to see what's left after we cut, but you could use any color. You could use white. I think I mentioned I like to use that so that I can color all the pieces individually if I want, and then I don't have to run them through for each color batch. So I'm just going to lay my cutting pad on top, and we're going to run that through. And you will see how this works. And I am going to run it through twice. Sometimes on those delicate stems, you might have a little issue with them cutting the first time. So instead of having to run them through again, I'm just going to do 2 passes and save my time that way. So let's see what we have here. Look at this, guys. All of my pieces cut and nothing is sticking in my dies. I love this. This is the best thing ever. Now these will usually just lift up. If they don't, you'd get your die pick out and remove them that way. But look at that, guys. It saves so much time. Look at how easily they lift up. You're welcome. I love this. It just makes me want to cut them over and over again. So anyway, that is my amazing time-saving die cutting hack for the year. Okay, I hope you like it. Now just a couple more tips. If you are using a warped cutting pad, it may not work as well because it doesn't want to lay flat, and you just don't get as good a cut. So I would use the flattest one that you have. But look at how these just fall out. And these little squares are cute because the edges are kind of sealed, and you can use them as little stamps or whatever you have the imagination to do. But look at all these fun little pieces that are cut perfectly without you having to sit there and dig them out. You're also left with these kind of cool little vellum pieces. Look at, you've got this fun little piece that you could use as like a shadow for your frame. Oh, it's stuck to the back. I had another one. So you could use that on your gel plate as a mask. Lots of fun things you could do with these leftover pieces. And I have this little box that was for embroidery floss, but instead I made it into a little container to hold all these pieces, so I don't have to sort them. I didn't have any that were long enough, so I made this. This is like a little clear pocket from Target, and I just put the longer pieces in here, and this is big so that I have it in an envelope, but otherwise I just sort these and put them, and so whenever I need my stems or whatever, I can just go in there and grab them and know that they're all the right piece that I'm going for. Okay? Maybe I'm getting a little obsessed with this, but it's really fun, and I love having them organized and I don't have to look for anything. Okay? And just actually the best hack I've had in a long time. So anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope this helps. If it does, please comment and let me know, and tell me if you have any tips. And also make sure you follow me on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, and all the social channels. All right? I'm at Eileen Hull. See you soon. Thanks for watching.